Something unbelievable is brewing under the radar, and most fans have no idea how serious this is. An unknown prospect barely talked about, barely hyped, is suddenly pushing hard for a spot many thought was locked in by a $10 million investment. Coaches are noticing, insiders are whispering, and the front office is quietly reassessing everything. This isn't just internal competition, this could trigger a major domino effect that leads straight to a surprise trade. Why is this prospect rising so fast? What changed behind the scenes to make decision makers this nervous? And who could be on the way out if this momentum keeps building? The latest report reveals a huge update that flips expectations completely. Don't blink, because this situation is moving fast, and the fallout could shock everyone. Before we jump into this absolutely massive Dodgers update, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because what you're about to hear could completely reshape the future of the Los Angeles Dodgers and shock fans across Major League Baseball. Right now, the Dodgers are sitting on a potential internal earthquake, and almost nobody outside the organization is talking about it the right way. For months, all the attention has been on the big names, the superstars, the massive contracts, and the blockbuster trades. But behind closed doors, inside the Dodgers front office, there's a growing belief that an unknown prospect could be on the verge of stealing third base from a player making over $10 million a year. And yes, a trade may already be quietly lining up. This isn't just another rumor floating around social media. This is the kind of development that front offices take very seriously, especially one as calculated and ruthless as Andrew Friedman's Dodgers. Let's set the stage. The Dodgers have invested heavily in their roster, particularly in players who are expected to be reliable, proven, and productive. When you commit $10 million or more to a player, that usually means guaranteed playing time, patience through slumps, and long-term trust. But baseball doesn't always care about contracts. Baseball cares about performance, upside, and timing. And right now, timing is everything. Inside the Dodgers farm system, there's a young third base prospect who has been quietly forcing the organization to pay attention. This isn't a hyped top 5 overall prospect with endless media coverage. This is the kind of player who shows up early, works relentlessly, and keeps producing at every level no matter how high the challenge climbs. Reports indicate that Dodgers player development staff are increasingly impressed with his bat speed, defensive instincts, and baseball IQ. Scouts inside the organization believe his glove is already major league ready, and the bat may not be far behind. That's a dangerous combination when the major league club is trying to win now and maximize roster efficiency. What's really raising eyebrows is how quickly his development curve has accelerated. Just months ago, this was considered a long-term project, someone who might need another year or two before even sniffing Dodger Stadium. Now, internal evaluations suggest he could be ready much sooner than expected. And that's where the $10 million problem comes in. The Dodgers currently have a veteran third baseman earning serious money, someone the organization once viewed as a stable, dependable option. But baseball is a what-have-you-done-lately business, and recent inconsistencies have started to frustrate both fans and decision-makers. Defensive lapses. Missed opportunities at the plate. Long stretches where the offense simply disappears. When those things happen to a league minimum player, you can wait it out. When they happen to someone earning 8 figures, the clock starts ticking. According to reports, Dodgers executives are now seriously discussing contingency plans. And one of those plans involves giving this unknown prospect a real shot to compete for the third base job sooner rather than later. That alone would be shocking. But it doesn't stop there. If the prospect continues trending upward, the Dodgers could find themselves with an uncomfortable but potentially lucrative decision. Do they hold on to the veteran and hope he rebounds? Or do they capitalize on his remaining value and explore the trade market? Multiple insiders believe the Dodgers are already gauging interest from other teams. Nothing formal yet, nothing leaked publicly, but the phone calls may be coming. Teams desperate for infield help, veteran leadership, or playoff experience could see the Dodgers' third baseman as a valuable addition. And make no mistake, Andrew Friedman does not hesitate when an opportunity presents itself. We've seen this movie before. The Dodgers are not sentimental. They are strategic. If they believe an internal option can give them similar or better production at a fraction of the cost, they will move aggressively. What makes this situation even more fascinating is the ripple effect it could have across the roster. If the veteran third baseman is moved, that opens up payroll flexibility. That flexibility could then be redirected toward pitching depth, bullpen upgrades, or even another surprise blockbuster move near the deadline. And all of this would be sparked by a prospect almost nobody outside hardcore Dodgers circles is talking about. Coaches within the system reportedly love his work ethic. They love how quickly he makes adjustments. They love the confidence without arrogance. He's not trying to do too much. He's just playing clean, fundamental baseball, and that's exactly what the Dodgers value. At third base, defense matters. Reaction time matters. Arm strength matters. And this kid checks those boxes. There's a growing belief that he could actually improve the infield defense immediately, which is something the Dodgers have quietly prioritized after costly mistakes in high-leverage games. Offensively, the numbers might not jump off the page yet, but the underlying metrics are promising. Exit velocity trending up. Strikeout rate stabilizing. Plate discipline improving. These are all signals that front offices love, even if casual fans don't notice them right away. Now here's where things get really interesting. If the Dodgers promote this prospect and give him consistent reps, they control his contract for years. That means elite production at a bargain price if he pans out. That's the kind of roster efficiency that allows the Dodgers to stay competitive year after year while still swinging big in free agency. Meanwhile, trading the veteran could return either prospects, bullpen arms, or even a controllable starting pitcher. The Dodgers don't just trade to dump salary. They trade to win trades. And rival executives know this. That's why any Dodgers trade rumor immediately sends shockwaves across the league. And here's the part that most fans are completely overlooking right now, because it doesn't show up on the box score or the transaction wire, but it matters just as much as anything else. The Dodgers coaching staff has already started subtly adjusting how they're preparing for life after the current third baseman. Extra reps are being given to younger infielders during workouts. Defensive drills are being emphasized in ways that hint at future changes. Even small things, like late-game substitutions and pinch-hit decisions, are being analyzed differently. This is how organizational shifts begin. Quietly. Methodically. Without announcements. Inside the clubhouse, players feel it too. Veterans know when their grip on a job isn't as firm as it once was. Younger players sense opportunity. Competition sharpens everything, and the Dodgers thrive on that internal pressure. The unknown prospect we're talking about isn't just playing well in the minors. He's forcing conversations that weren't supposed to happen until much later. And according to one report, there's already a belief that if he were dropped into the major league lineup tomorrow, he wouldn't look overwhelmed. That's a massive statement for a player who wasn't even on most preseason radar lists. And once again, hit that like button, subscribe for non-stop Dodgers updates, and turn on notifications, because this story is far from over, and the next update could drop at any moment.